Happy Friday, Linda. It is weekend time, but before you get to take off early, it's time to answer a quick question in the community.
Do it.
We got a bank matching description one today. So it says, what is it? Modbrill is asking, if I receive payments and then match them in the bank, it is randomly picking different customers' names for the description. See the attached photo. A payment from Marketing Matters has the description activated designs, or Recruiting You has descriptions of app equipment. And the image that they were talking about is this here. So this basic information, what does this tell you so far?
It tells me that it's the artificial intelligence going wrong, basically. It's remembering the last transaction, so it's not getting enough information. And is it a payment, like a customer payment that she's trying to match? Yeah. So if it's a customer payment, what you need to do, you've made an invoice for your customer, you do the invoice, you receive the customer payment, you put it in the bank for deposit, then you match the deposit at the bank. Because if you're trying to just download your sales income directly off the bank feed and bypass all that, you're going to end up with open accounts receivable or duplicate entries if you do the payment, and then it just sits in the undeposited funds. So it just replicates what you did last, basically.
Yeah. So an example being, we were trying to replicate the same kind of scenario, and we were going in and adding a payee name to something real quickly, and it automatically put on a payee name of Amy's Bird Sanctuary onto this with the description here. Which obviously is not quite correct. Now,
if you change that category in that first one, that probably won't work either because it's already kind of different. Let's say A1 bank backhoe, and if you change one, it should make the second one, the A1 rental. If you make the bank detail back to A1 and change the payee and put a match in for a category, it should make the second one mirror it.
It would. Now, the key to this, though, is also if they're going to use like a bank rule to start capturing it correctly, if they're using those things consistently. What I would do is, if I'm seeing like this A1 rental, I would come in, I'd grab A1 rental, I'd go to my bank rules real quick, new rule. We have a policy, we do MF for initials, then we're going to put the account we're going to do it to. I'm just going to call it service for right now. Period, and then I paste in whatever it is, A1 rental. Paste in my payee should be A1 rental. So if it's not here, we'd have to add it real quick. I normally would go and get the details exactly right, but for the purpose of the video, we'll be quick with it. So key is all bank text contains A1 rental. It's going to be an expense, and I want this to go to the account service. I'm sorry. We'll just say cost of goods sold for now. Cost of labor. There we go. Yay. Automatically add to bank rules. Very, very careful.
Yeah, that can hurt you sometimes. It's great, but it can be bad.
Hit save, and now they're going to be captured by rule. Now you know for sure, if you're trying to go through and you're trying to get through the transactions quickly, take the time, do this, especially stuff that's going to be reoccurring, because then you can be confident about it. If you don't do it that way, you could have it to where it starts to, like you were saying, if you fill in a certain thing and it's going to try to outsmart you and auto-suggest things, which could be wrong. Right. And even if it's under the recognized like this, if it's not rules or matches, we manually go through them all each one at a time. It should always be a rule or a match.
Yeah, and I just had this happen with a bookkeeper of mine who just went in with the green and said, oh, green, go, go, go. And it actually matched an amount to an invoice and not a customer payment or a deposit. So you got to watch what you do there.
This is another example of it. So see how we've got a bill payment and an expense. If you ever have a situation where something is like a 50% deposit down, so you paid 50% on something you special ordered to come in, you could very easily have a bill payment that is supposed to be tagged the first time. And then if it came back through, if you actually put it as the expense instead, it would show the item is fully paid off in the books, but that's just because you would have doubled up the expense the wrong way. So anytime don't ever do 50%, easiest way. Do 49.9% and you'll always be off by a penny. You'll be good to go. But that's one example. The other part with the matching concept is just like this here. There's two things inside of here, the exact same amount. It has no way to know exactly what's the right one. So you check the dates, find out the best bet to it, that kind of thing.
Right. And when in doubt, go back to your bank account and make sure you grab the right one.
Very true. Very, very true.
It's a good question, though. It's a good question.
So hopefully this helped a little bit more. We very quickly touched base on a couple different aspects of this. It sounds like we were thinking it's either just trying to match to the wrong item, but if it's a situation you're going through pretty quickly and trying to quickly categorize stuff, take the time to do the rules, save yourself the headache later. It could be that you're just accepting them in before like verifying it's the exact right thing. So
good call.
All right, Linda, enjoy your weekend out at the beach and have a wonderful weekend. And as always, here's wishing you a very successful week.
You too. Bye now.
Bye.